former senior British diplomat who was posted in Moscow. Thank you, Andrew. So we're going to have to live with Putin, are we, for a good while yet?
Well, thanks for having me on the show, Nikki. The first time I visited Russia was 30 years ago, and back then there was a democratic, if flawed, leader. But the people who have formed the current dictatorship, and I'm glad we're calling it that finally, we have been perhaps for the last year or two, they were plotting their approach then, and that came into force at the end of 1999 and 2000. We've had Putin all that time. So when you ask whether we're going to have to put up with Putin for a while longer, well, I suppose a while longer, but, he's always been on a very fragile basis. Dictatorships are, and they do what they can get away with. And in this context of attacking Ukraine and attacking westwards out of Russia, what we're seeing is an attempt to steal resources. Now, we can talk about building a great new Russian empire and all of that. There's a certain amount of that in it. But it's really about stealing resources to maintain a very tiny group of maybe a few thousand people and a few dozen right at the core of it. There's nothing more to it than that. These people have contempt for the Russian population. They have no interest in the well-being of the Russian population other than that those people might rise up against them. So we're seeing this military action against Ukraine, and we're seeing a test of NATO, which unfortunately the American mixed signals have made very dangerous, because it's not clear whether the Americans are any longer willing to defend with European partners NATO territory or not. And Putin is basically testing that in Ukraine, but he's testing it specifically with these, whatever they were, 9 to 20 drones that almost certainly must have deliberately been sent into Poland.